I'm about to test out the lens. I tried it yesterday, and it was just too dark in the room. Like, I pointed out the window and it was fine. So it is cloudy today, so maybe not the perfect testing thing, but I gotta do an errand real quick, so I figured I'd just record it on the way since I'm taking the whip anyways. But yeah, it's my little camera backpack. All my spare mounts and stuff. This is the chin mount without the tape. You can see it's like technically custom or whatever, but doesn't matter if it doesn't work well. But yeah, those are the mounts. Catch you guys when I get to the road. Peace. Yo! What's up, boys? Welcome back to another garage video. Got a different setup today, so I got the GoPro. I got the GoPro on my head. Right now, I got like one of those strap things that I had from a while ago. I've done POVs like this before, but this is the first one that I'm doing with the ND32/PL filter. And yeah, I know the car is dirty. Honestly, just have not had a chance to clean because I've been trying to at least go to bed by like 10/11, and yeah, when I'm trying to do that, it's just a lot harder to wash my cars because I'm usually trying to do it at night, because I feel like that's the best time to do it if you're not using like 0 ppm water, because if you do it in the sun, it just dries up so fast. Like, even if you do it section by section, it just makes it so hard. The only disadvantage doing it too close to like night though is then I can't use the leaf blower, unfortunately. Yeah, I can't use that, unfortunately, because yeah, obviously it's loud, and especially on weekdays or something like that, if people are trying to sleep, I don't want to be that neighbor, you know. Especially when there's an alternative, like, yeah, I can just dry it. Obviously the leaf blower helps. It just makes the drying process a lot smoother in a way and quicker, because the towel, like, it can't, I only have one like sort of big good towel, and especially if I'm doing 2 cars, it can't really absorb everything like perfectly. So that's why I like kind of having it balanced. It just helps. It's a Lambo. It's like full matte black too. Is that another one? No, it's like an AIM. Those are some pretty nice expensive cars right there. But yeah, W for the sunshades over there. Oh, we got the yellow. But yeah, I was also kind of thinking of making like maybe some driver education videos, kind of like what I look at when I'm driving. Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously not the most fire. I'm a little reckless sometimes, but for the most part, I feel I'm pretty safe. But yeah, I'm trying out this lens, the ND32/PL lens. Got to go pick something up. I ordered some cotton boxers that I'm gonna go pick up. So I figured I was gonna take the bike, but honestly, there's not really any chance of rain, but honestly, I just didn't want to. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. Maybe it was because of the close call that I had. But yeah, I'm probably gonna take a couple days break. And also, I just didn't feel like putting gear on and like moving my mom's car out the way and then taking the bike out and, you know, kind of doing all of that. And I also kind of wanted to test out this GoPro lens, which I could have tested out on the way there, like on the bike and stuff, but obviously I can't record audio, which is the one disadvantage, because I don't have media mod yet. And yeah, I mean, I probably could/should buy it. I think the thing is, I'm probably gonna wait till I get a new helmet, and once I get a better helmet, also because I've dropped mine and also kind of crashed in it once, I think it's probably better to get a new one. I've already been pushing it for like a year, and it's not like really that bad out of shape or anything. It's more just like, the fact that like I'd rather not. I don't know what these dudes are braking for. Yeah, typically I would get in the left lane here, but I just don't want to push it. So if I get in the left lane, I'm gonna want to go a little bit faster. It's unfortunately one of the perks of trying to be like a better driver. I mean, not perks, but like disadvantages. But you kind of have to go above the speed limit sometimes. And in my opinion, I do feel it's safer. Like right now, I should be slowing down a little bit, but I'm pretty sure they have the red now, and it's not like a yield type thing. So that's the only reason I'm going a little bit over still. But yeah, I honestly don't even drive that crazy anymore in my car. I just I hate this light. I always feel like at times it's so like bad. Like I feel like you're always just going a little bit over, and because of that, it's like if you run it, you're gonna be running the red, but if you don't, you're gonna have to like kind of slam on your brakes, and it's just kind of like a weird light. And like some lights are like that, but yeah, I'm just honestly just chilling right now. And it's like it's such a quick light too. I'm just chilling, gotta go pick up that, and then I'm just gonna, oh, that's a sort of a close call actually. That dude went all the way over. But yeah, figured I'd just chill, keep it chill today. Not take the bike. It wouldn't have been anything crazy in terms of a ride anyways, but you never know, and I think I made the right decision. Even though I want to ride, I love riding, but I think sometimes it's good to kind of discipline yourself, especially when something like that happens. Yeah, I mean, obviously you can still, some things can still happen when you're driving, but usually it's more, it's safer than a bike, let's just put it at that. I'm gonna move over to the right. Yeah, this is the road actually. This is where because of that street sweeper, like again, I'm not gonna complain that they're cleaning the road, but there's so much construction in this area now. I honestly hate it. And there's even a construction sign outside, like right outside my neighborhood. They put it like trucks entering highway, be cautious. And like I hate that, man. Like I hate construction. And I know it's like it's unfair to say that because I already like have like a, like it's unfair to say that when you're already in a good position. Like obviously you needed construction to make your life happy, and I guess you needed to account for the growth and stuff like that. But yeah, obviously I just hate it. I just hate seeing construction, especially because construction means that they have to cut down trees, and obviously I don't like that. I don't think anyone likes that, even the construction people. Maybe the CEOs at the top, they don't give a fuck, but yeah, it just hurts to kind of see. I'm gonna turn AC on, it's kind of getting humid. I usually roll windows down, but I don't think that would be an enjoyable viewing experience for you guys, so I'm gonna keep them up. But yeah, I don't think that was the play. I don't think that was the play, but I have to make a right like fairly soon. That's the only reason I came in here. It's shorter line, but those dump trucks are not gonna go fast at all. I think this dude's gonna regret it soon actually too. But yeah, I've just been chilling, just putting some work in every day. Nothing crazy. It's like one of those things that they always say, it's like you put in the work so then you can do things a lot quicker and shorter. Like same thing for like trades. Like if you're a plumber or something, like you pay for the experience. Like they might charge $100, and they might do it in like 2 minutes, but that's all the experience and knowledge that they've gained over the years that you're paying for, as well as the labor and obviously doing it. But yeah, I think when people complain about prices, you're kind of like disrespecting their value in a way. Obviously if it's like super overpriced and it's a scam, then like it's fair to complain. But for the most part, when people complain about like a little kind of high prices, like it's not always about the price, it's about the quality and what they're providing value wise. And if you compare it like that and there's no extra value being provided, then yeah, maybe it is overpriced. But yeah, you live and you learn. Yeah, like I said, this was going to be a very slow thing, and I don't think I should have got behind these trucks, but I don't think it's the end of the world. I'm just glad there's nothing like coming off of them and making my car even dirtier, because I remember one time I was behind like this truck and a bunch of just like white specks just was like everywhere. It was very, not like anything major, but enough to like make a visible difference. and enough to just like cover everything, kind of. But yeah, I'm just gonna chill for now, probably. And yeah, honestly, there's a decent amount of traffic, so I don't even think the bike would have been that enjoyable. Obviously, I probably would be riding more aggressive. Not sure why that is. I think I'm way more relaxed in the car now. Maybe because I'm recording, but I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm as reckless in the car anymore. Like the stuff I do on the bike, but it's not like necessarily translating to the car anymore. I used to do some pretty stupid stuff in the car too, but it's not like anything crazy. And definitely not like as much anymore, or like barely anymore. Probably gonna get over now because there's nobody in the left, and I think I can make a pretty clear and easy pass here. But yeah, I think the other thing is too, with like value and stuff, it's just people get it mixed up a lot. And I think just like human nature for most people is they want to pay the least for everything, whenever possible, I guess. But yeah, there's always a trade-off, I feel like, for the most part. Like obviously if you're just using like some things for like a very little amount, or something like negligent like that, like if you just need like something like a decoration maybe for like Halloween or something, then by all means get something cheap. But even that kind of stuff adds up, and if it really does find you enjoyment, then it's okay. But yeah, that's also kind of added to like this fast track of like pollution and just like wasting resources, because all that just ends up in a landfill. You're paying very cheap for it, they're making it very cheaply, and it's just overall just causes like a kind of a bad ecosystem in a way. And like even for me, like I'm not gonna like act like I'm perfect. Like if I get a new helmet, that means the visor that I got, I only used it for a 1.5 years or something like that. The tinted visor, I mean. Same with the helmet. Same with a lot of things. Like just existing, you're just using a lot of resources, and that doesn't mean like you should go like kill yourself. But like I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just trying to think about it from another perspective, I guess. And the problem is like that we're using like weird resources in a way that aren't necessarily like sustainable or renewable, kind of. I think that's also kind of where the problem stems. I don't know which is right. I don't think it's this right. Yeah, it's not right now. But yeah, like back in the day, like let's say they were just farming, they wasted half the corn, or like they didn't cut the watermelon properly or something like that. There was just a way for all that to kind of be effective. And even if you watch farming videos now, it's like the similar thing. Like maybe they don't eat the cabbage part of it or something like that, and then you can like give it to your chickens or your ducks or like your animals, right? And it's just a whole different thing when it comes to like plastic and other things like that, like polyester, all these chemicals and everything that they're making. When it comes to that, it's just not like you can't feed your chickens plastic. It doesn't biodegrade, it doesn't compose, it doesn't add any nutrients to like the soil or trash. Like even if I were to just toss a banana peel into the grass right now, it wouldn't be like a big negative. Like it's kind of something that would just biodegrade and honestly add nutrients to the soil too. And yeah, and same thing with like, I think it's a left, yeah, I gotta get in this lane here. And same thing with stuff like that. Like if I just were to toss some like food out, there's a bunch of animals or something like that, or birds or bugs or something that would eat it. But the problem with plastic, it's not really, like they try to tell you that it's recyclable and stuff, but it's really not. And that's kind of the big problem. And it's also just bad for you in general. Like it's also kind of crazy how that works, is like the things that are bad for you, like as a human, are also bad for the planet and bad for the environment and just bad for everyone. Like it's a lose-lose, right? And then like what you start to realize too is like me switching to more cotton clothes. Like this, my shorts are polyester, my shirt's fully cotton. I think my boxers are mostly cotton, but some like the band or something is polyester, I think. But yeah, the ones I'm picking up right now are fully cotton. I have 4 of them right now, but I'm getting 8 more. So it should help kind of balance that. I think boxers are the most important, or like underwear is the most important, just because you're mostly always wearing that. And yeah, you definitely don't want to have that stuff kind of like mess with your like private area, I guess. And the thing is too, like, getting all cotton stuff is obviously good for the environment. It's good for you. It's just better. It's like a double win in a way, right? Like, even if you're doing it for yourself, you're still helping the environment. Now, I'm not sure if cotton is a fully sustainable / renewable resource. I would assume it is if we can kind of scale it well. I'm not an expert on that, but I would assume it is. But the thing with like stuff like plastic and polyester is actually when you wash it, apparently too, and same with washing machines in general, like what you're washing is like a big contributor to microplastics, because polyester is plastic based, and I think it's also slightly petroleum based as well. So that's obviously a big problem. And just when you're washing stuff like that, it just adds to the fire. And like the other problem is too, like let's say you're just like in the middle of nowhere and you're wearing like stuff like polyester. I'm not sure on this, but if you are in like the middle of nowhere, like even if you're not leaving any trash behind and you're being like respectful about it and stuff, the problem is, I think, is like, again, this is speculation, but I think there is validity to this. This is just based off my feel and like other things I've kind of combined together to come to this assumption. But just like by walking around maybe, or like stuff like even just your shoes, I think that could also contaminate the soil and just add like slight microplastic particles. Yeah, and that is obviously very hard to contain and clean up, right? I know it says proceed without stopping, but I always check because I don't trust any motherfuckers. But yeah, that's also proceeding to the soil, especially when it's in a remote area. Like, the only people who are going there are to have fun, and when you go out there, you're going to have fun. But without knowing it, your polyester clothing, like if you're swimming in polyester like bathing suits or something like that, first of all, it's bad for you. Second of all, it could also biodegrade, or not biodegrade, but break down and just become part of the soil or the water. And obviously that's not good for anybody. So that's what I think like one of the big problems is lack of education or ignorance, and just the fact that they can make it cheaper. Because obviously polyester is cheaper than cotton. And so that's one of the big problems as well, because those two things always tend to collide like that. The one that's better for you tends to usually be more expensive, and that's why it's a big problem, and it tends to kind of like make that problem greater. Because let's say cotton was more expensive, was cheaper than polyester, right? And let's say healthy food and organic food was cheaper than the pesticide sprayed one, the normal one. And yeah, like when you combine those two, it's just like, that would kind of solve the problem too, but obviously that's not the case. Because if it was cheaper, then people would buy that stuff. At least I think. Maybe for most people they would. But again, the other thing with the other stuff too is like, a lot of these people, they kind of use like the laziness part or the convenience part of those foods too. So it's not only the cheap aspect of it. Like, I guess to cook healthy and stuff, you still have to pay money for it, which is another problem. Okay, hopefully he's not gonna spray my car. Yeah, there isn't anything right next to me, but yeah, that's one of the problems too, because that stuff, if it gets on my car, it's gonna be fairly hard to clean off. Luckily it's not sunny right now, because one time I was at work, I used to work at a gas station last summer, and yeah, I don't know what, I think it was a sprinkler water, but I was at work and it sprayed like a part of my car, and it was very hot that day, so it just kind of got baked in the car, and I had to use the water spot remover from like chemical guys to get that off. But yeah, that was not fun to come back to, especially after a long shift at work. Yeah, so after that, I think I started just putting a car cover on, the one I have right there. I started putting that on the car. Yeah, everyone was surprised, and at one time my manager almost called the police. She thought it was like a stolen car that was like dumped there or something. But yeah, I would come in at like 5:30, put the car cover on. It was definitely not a great experience. And it's also kind of crazy that they're spraying even this grass here. I'm not sure what he's spraying or what they're doing. I'm assuming it's some sort of chemicals, but yeah, that's also crazy too. It's crazy to think about. Just everything's just getting dosed in chemicals, and they're probably using a plastic thing too, and that's also breaking down and just shooting microplastics. It's crazy, bro. I don't even know how, like, where to start to solve this problem. And when you think about the future, it's just like, obviously, I don't know, and he's touching it with his hands, no gloves. It's bad for his skin, and like all those chemicals and stuff that cause cancer in the long run. And yeah, and he's probably not even like that educated on what he's spraying and stuff like that, but he's the one kind of doing like the hard work and stuff, and the ones who are profiting are the ones, the big CEOs or something like that. They don't even have to get their hands dirty. It's just they be making the money and stuff off of like other people's labor. Just crazy. But yeah, you gotta go pick these up real quick. I'm gonna go get those, and that's probably it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you guys want to see like some driving content videos, because this is pretty easy setup, to be honest. And that's the new lens right there, and then got the head strapped on. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my hair. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys later. Let me know what you guys think. Catch you guys later. Peace. Just got back. We're not empty yet, like maybe like a little bit over that, so not gonna get gas today, but yeah, next time I do, I'm gonna get 93.